I'm outside, I'm just waiting on you. When I'm dripping, I might leave a stain on you. It ain't hard to see that there's some pain on you. I ain't like them niggas, I won't change on you. Yeah, usually I don't do no talking, baby girl, you'll see. Fuck whoever hurt you, babe, I got a remedy. And fuck them other bitches, only you for me. Hey, yeah. What you want? I been at the stool, she be begging me come home. I been grinding hard, I'm tryna flood in some stones. Hey, yeah. I been getting it right, I done a little wrong. If I ain't got you, I'd rather be alone. Yeah, fuck them other hoes, they be blowing on my phone. Put it in their face, tryna make them sick. Year from now, finna go a whole new kick. Yo, whatever you want, add that to the list. Nigga running his mouth, put him on the list. I been running it up, I don't plan on stopping. Spoiler little down, my little baby riding. Chasing as well, that's my only option. Oh, she know how I'm coming, by the way she top it. I'm outside, I'm just waiting on you. When I'm dripping, I might leave a stain on you. It ain't hard to see that there's some pain on you. I ain't like them niggas, I won't change on you. Yeah, usually I don't do no talking, baby girl, you'll see. Fuck whoever hurt you, babe, I got a remedy. And fuck them other bitches, only you for me. Yeah, usually I don't do no talking, baby girl, you'll see. Fuck whoever hurt you, babe, I got a remedy. And fuck them other bitches, only you for me. Yeah. It's like who needs a friend? Only around when they see me win. Feel like I just begin, but I still been trying to stay these ends. I am not the same, I feel I changed from back then. Gotta know this ain't a game, I'm putting faith in my gin. And I'm thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. That's why I'm thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. Right where you doubted me at, no, that's where you lost me. I been running this shit up often, ain't tryna hear him, that's too much talking. Gotta execute your plan before you speak, that shit might cost you. No, I was due for a win, I took way too many losses. Now you gotta call before you walk, don't chase these cars. You talented if the work get put in, know you going far. Yeah, dream big, I'm just like you, I was wishing on a star. I had lost myself, they was saying I'm big, I ain't even know who I are. Yeah, you tripping, expecting everyone to see your vision. My brother had told me that shit on prison, mom told me too, I just ain't listen. Praying to God like I hope I make it, stop when I got some D or Christian. Oh Lord, forgive me, I'm sorry, count these faces, stop me from paying attention. It's like who needs a friend? Only around when they see me win. Feel like I just begin, but I still been trying to stay these ends. I am not the same, I feel I changed from back then. Gotta know this ain't a game, I'm putting faith in my gin. And I'm thugging by myself, yeah. Okay, thugging by myself, yeah. That's why I'm thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. Okay, I'm thugging by myself, yeah. Thugging by myself, yeah. I say I'm thugging by myself, yeah. I say I'm thugging by myself, yeah.
All right. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? You know who it is. It's your favorite host, Adrian Nice, back with another interview. Y'all know how I do. I'll be doing my interviews, killing it. We live on Twitch. YouTube, and Kick right now. We got Lil Vicky in the motherfucking building. Y'all might have seen her recently appear on DDG's Love Show, Are You My Bomb? Without further ado, let's welcome Lil Vicky. Hey.
Hi, Chad.
What's up?
Hi. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. I'm good. I'm alive.
Alive? Yes. It's always good to be alive. It's always good, you got to wake up and just be like, thank God for blessing you today.
I'm still here.
Right. So, yes, everybody knows you from being on, Are You My Ball? And I'm a little familiar with you just being from the Carolinas, but also just introduce yourself,
Hmm.
talk about yourself a little bit, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Vicky. My nickname on the show is Lil Vicky, but I make music. I'm 24 years old. I was born in New Jersey, but I've been in North Carolina for the last 11 years. So I'm a big Carolina fanatic. Um, have a lot of support out here, try and do my thing with the music. A lot of shows, a lot of showcases, a lot of promoting myself, a lot of networking. And yeah, just kind of chasing every opportunity that comes my way, really. I'm a hard worker, extremely independent, and, you know, taking life day by day.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. How long? I think this is
Yeah,
our first official interview. Like, I've been knowing you for doing
it
music, so I'm
is.
glad like we're finally sitting down and like talking for sure.
Hmm.
So how long have you been doing music?
So I've been writing poetry and like little, hooks for 10, 11 years since I was like 14. But officially, the first time I officially got in the studio, made a song was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. And what made you like get
Hmm.
into music? You said you were doing poetry, like
It's just always been something that I've been drawn to. In English class, every time it was poetry time, or I've just always been really into writing and beats and music and studying, you know what I mean, wordplay, things like that. My family also listens to a lot of rap music, so it's just kind of like what I grew up doing, what I grew up listening to. It's just always really been my passion since I've been like a kid for
you got
real.
siblings?
I do. I have a younger sister. I have a younger brother. He's 18. My sister's 23. And then like my biological dad, he has a daughter and a son. His daughter's 10. His son is 3. I'm not as close to those, but like to my other siblings, but yeah, 4 siblings in total.
Yeah. Do they do music at all? Or the ones you are close with? No,
Mm-mm.
not at all. So when they see you rapping, like what are they thinking? What are they saying?
No.
And your parents, like what are they saying when they see you rapping?
My family is like my biggest supporters for real. Like I'll walk past my brother's room and sometimes he's like bumping one of my songs and I'm like,
What?
damn, that's how I know it's hard. Because if my little brother is playing it, like, you know what I mean?
What?
He's like the most blunt and honest person I know. So it's like a big compliment. My sister, we're very close in age, so definitely supports me. My mom is my best friend, so she supports me as well. And then yeah, my dad, he's tapped in with it. He supports me as well. But yeah, my family, I would say my family is like my biggest supporters.
So now, okay.
I've had like a retire, I'm gonna retire, and it's always no, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. So
So now, okay, you're doing your music, and now when they find out that you about to go appear on this dating show for DDG of all people, like how are they doing?
um
Especially your siblings,
so my
because they're
mom's
probably
actually
more familiar with like DDG.
right. So my sister, DDG is like my celebrity crush. So when I told her I was going to like shoot my shot at the auditions or whatever, she was just like, "Girl, you better go do your thing." You know what I mean? Shoot for the stars if you're gonna shoot. And then my mom is actually the one who drove halfway down there and drove with me and sat
Yes.
outside the gate while I auditioned. So they were really supportive, you know what I mean? I don't shoot my shot
Right.
often, so like when I do, they know I'm like I really mean it, you know what I mean? And then my pops was kind of taken off guard because I don't think he really knew what I was signing up for. I kind of told him I was doing a show, didn't really necessarily say it was a dating show. And then after the auditions, I was getting clipped, so my brother was getting calls like, "Yeah, we made it out the hood. Like, I just seen your sister on my For You page." Like, my brother's 18, so all his homeboys are just like hella turned, like, "Sister's getting us out the hood." Like,
That is hilarious. That's fire. And yes, yes, we saw
yeah,
in the when you first walked in an audition that you said you drove what 6 hours, I think, from Fayetteville,
yeah, just
right?
about. Yeah,
Goddamn,
hmm
goddamn.
made my way
But
down.
as soon as you walked in,
It was worth
it
it.
was like next round, which was dope. Were you nervous when you first walked in the room?
Yeah. I was very nervous. I was very nervous. Yeah.
Like, what were you expecting?
I
Like,
don't I didn't know what necessarily to say. I didn't go in there with like a game plan on what I was gonna say. I was just gonna kind of wing it. And you can tell by the clips that I was very nervous because I'm just a very reserved person until I get to know somebody. And then when I get comfortable around people, that's kind of when I start coming out of my shell. But I'm the type of person who kind of needs to sit back, be quiet, peep the scene, peep the energy, peep the vibes before I'm really gonna open up. And I'm also the kind of person who doesn't like to speak unless I have something that I feel like is going to be worth speaking. I don't like to just like run my mouth for no reason. So,
nah, I'm the same way. I respect that. I respect that. So you did bring in like a, I think it was like a shirt. Did you ever get a shirt?
I did show the chat the shirt.
What was
They
on it?
liked it. It was like 50-50. It was just like a little anime of me and DDG, and then it was like, "Are you my ball?" Like the little caption. And
I
then,
think that's smart.
you know,
That's
I didn't want to come empty. Yeah, I didn't want to come empty-handed or nothing, but
so now you came to the Atlanta audition, correct? What was
mhm.
the
They did 3: Houston, Atlanta, and
yes?
LA.
What was it like behind the scenes? Because the camera wasn't really out there where all the girls were. What was it like? Was it just chill? Like
It was pretty. Yeah, it was. I would say it was pretty chill. We just kind of like was making TikToks and just chatting and life stories, just girly shit for real. It wasn't no like. Towards the end, I think there was a little bit more like on the bickering, but that was just because we had been sitting there for so
right.
long. We're hungry. It was just a minute. Like the auditions took a while. You know what I mean? We didn't get out of there till kind of late, so I just feel like it was just like a hangry energy. I think everybody was just hangry for real.
How long were you there for?
They said to be there at 6 and it would be from 6 to 9. So I came an hour early because I was expecting it to be a huge
Right.
crowd. I got there at 5. I don't think I left till like
Damn.
11:30.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you made that shit. So they separated y'all in
Yeah.
groups, and
Yeah.
in your group, you were selected. Was it they selected 2 in your group or 1?
3 in my
3.
group. They selected me. Um oh no, maybe it was just 2. Yeah, I think they selected me and Skytop out of my group,
You and
if I'm
Sky
not mistaken.
Okay, well, now what was you thinking when you got selected? Like,
Mhm.
damn, this is really happening, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't expect the chat to like vote me in for real, but I was just like grateful, and it just kind of made me feel like finally, you know what I mean? It's like L after L after L after L, and finally something good, you know what I mean? It's just like I felt like everything was like worth it and it wasn't for no reason because I didn't want to drive out there and then feel like, damn, I just wasted gas money, hotel money, this
Right.
food, this for no reason, you know what I mean? Because I've done that before. I've gone and tried to do like a show to win, you know what I mean, $5,000, and then I come in last place, and then I'm like, damn, that was for no reason. But it just kind of felt like everything was like it led up to this. That's how it was feeling.
That's usually how it is. You take your L's, and then finally it pays off. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
when you got
right.
there, off the plane, I guess, and got around the other girls, how were they acting? Were they cool? Were they, I don't know, catty? Were they, you know what I'm saying?
Um, at first, like we all got separated into 3 separate Airbnbs. I was in the first Airbnb, and my house was chill. Like my house was turned. We all got along. Like my roommate was Creed. Shout out to Creed. We like boxed all night. We was just like really like turned up for real and just practicing and just like ready to get in there. We just like kind of like in our house formed an alliance. We're like we're all gonna have each other's backs. You know what I mean? We're all making it to the end. 2 girls from my house made it to the end, so I would say that it was a win. You know what I mean? Like we did mission accomplished. So yeah, shout out to
That,
Lil Agent, shout out to Foxy, because 2 out of the 4 contenders came out of our house alone. So
that is something I do want to give you your props for. You did get in the ring with Creed, who has experience, like professional experience. You
my
wasn't
dog,
scared. Because I'm pretty sure them
no,
other girls, was scared of that. So, yeah,
yeah,
props to you. God damn it.
thank you.
Had you ever, like,
Yeah,
done
my
anything
dog
before
Creed,
that?
Um, I mean, I've got into fist fights before, but I've never put on some actual
Love.
gloves and like tried to square up with like a, you know what I mean, a MMA fighter or nothing like that. So I'm like, shit. At first, I'm trying to like the first like 5 seconds, she did mink me up and I fell, but I think that was the like. Look, I'll fall a
Get
hundred
back
times,
up.
but I'm gonna get up every single time. Moral of the story, and I feel like that fight just proved that. You know what I mean? It's like I will. It don't matter how many takedowns, I'm always gonna stand back up. So that was just what I went in there mentality wise. Like I'm not like you might whoop me, but it's gonna be hard to do. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be nothing easy for real.
To
So
be honest though, thinking back, I don't think you really got in any drama with any girls. I just remember like Undertaker and Bubbles really getting into it, and like a couple of other instances, but nobody
me,
ever really came
me
for
and
you.
Undertaker did have no, well, me and Undertaker did have a little tiffy, and we did have like two moments where we kind of went back and forth, but that was just because how I kind of came into the show feeling like, just based off of her posts, I kind of felt like nobody wanted me there, and I didn't feel like
Oh, she made posts about you
it
before?
was just like the clips they weren't directed towards me, but she was just like making like posts about like how the chat like, oh, the host of the show said he would have rather had me on the show because the chat voted between me and Undertaker to get on the show, and I had won the vote. So it was just like her posting stuff of Dub saying
Um,
that he would have chose her instead, her posting stuff of DDG saying he would have went a different route, chose her instead. It just kind of made me a little bit insecure going into the show, and that was something that I just kind of wanted to tell her. And then I don't know, we just had a little bit of a tiffy. It wasn't that deep for
no,
me, but she's the
yeah.
kind of person who knows how to tick that part of your brain and then make you want to tweak out like, and I told her that. You know what I mean? It's no beef. I just wanted you to explain how I felt like watching your stuff
So okay,
basically.
now I understand. So going
Yeah.
in, there was a little
It's no
rivalry type of thing, not nothing serious.
not yeah, I wouldn't even say it was a yeah, it
He
wasn't
might have took it like that,
serious
but
at
you
all.
definitely wasn't taking it like that.
I don't think she I don't even think she took it like that. I just feel like she knew how to
Why?
like rage bait me for real. Like she really knew how to rage bait me. But it was like we had that little disagreement. I woke up the next day. I told her it's a brand new day, a fresh new day, a great new day. Like we can start over. It's not that deep for me that I need to continue the rest of this show feeling like me and you have beef. We don't. It's not that deep for me. And we started the next day fresh after our little disagreement, and that's what it was. I mean, I never bullied that girl. I never if I wanted to ride a I hate Jasmine Taylor hate train all the way down, you know what I mean, the railroad, I could have, but no, I dropped it the next day after we had our little tiffy, and that's what it was. It was never something that I felt needed to be drawn out or
Why? So I
anything like
did.
that.
Well, the way the cameras in the show made it look, it did seem like a group of other girls was definitely like targeting her. I don't now from your perspective, was she starting these things or was it them starting it?
Um, it's a lot that goes on behind the cameras. It's a lot of comments that the cameras don't pick up.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot. You know what I mean? So it's not even something I'm gonna speak on because there's a lot of times I wasn't in the room whenever arguments started
Well, from
happening.
what you've
But
seen, from what
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I will say there is a common denominator, and sometimes when you look at fractions and common denominators and how those work, it's not like anybody's pulling stuff out of thin air. But I will say towards the end, after getting to know Jasmine and giving her another chance, and you know what I mean, I really don't have problems with her. I don't have no problems with her. So
okay. So there was a bunch of different games, bunch of different segments. What we did find out is that you can cook some motherfucking steak. You know how to season and cook some motherfucking steak. But you said like that was that your first time cooking steak? Is that what it was, or
it was, yeah, I guess it was like cooking his favorite meal, which is like steak and mashed potatoes.
had you ever cooked steak before?
No, I cook a lot of chicken, so I just kind of seasoned it the same way I would season my
Ah,
chicken and just cooked it a little less longer than I would cook chicken, and I feel like it came out just as good. You know what I mean? That's all I did. I didn't go
so I
crazy
do
with
have
it.
a clip from that. Their reaction, like seeing this clip, just makes me want to like, damn, I need to try some of her steak now. Cause goddamn,
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, the way they was reacting was like, this shit is golden. Okay,
I love this clip. I love this clip.
okay, here we go.
But that motherfucker hit. That bitch hit.
W Mom's in the chat.
That motherfucker hit. God damn. Try one, bro.
You did.
Try one, bro. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. That's motherfucking good for me, dog. Don't lie.
That's motherfucking good for me, dog. Say it again, Deshae.
That is hilarious.
Say
That
it
was dope
again.
to see, though. That was dope to see. Were you expecting that reaction? Or like a good reaction?
I tried my food before I served it, so I'm like, shit, I know this shit is slapping. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? But whenever they like laughed at first, I took it insultingly. Like I was like, fuck, they finna dog my meal. You know what I mean? But I guess they were laughing because they didn't expect it to be that good. So yeah, yeah, it's good when people, it's like a great feeling when people like your cooking. You know what I mean? That's like a different, that's the one of the best, next to you're a great mom, you're a great cook is like one of the best compliments. That's one of my favorite compliments.
Now we definitely need to plan like a cooking stream now, because I want to see like what the food is tasting like. What are some other things that you can cook? You said chicken. What else?
I've already did a cooking stream. So 2 days ago, I did a cooking stream with my mom and my daughter. We made pierogies, which is a Polish dish. I'm Polish, so I kind of gave out my family recipe, gave out the keys. Tonight, I'm doing another cooking stream. It's going to be Vicky reveals her little sis. So we're going to switch our Puerto Rican. We're going to be making beef empanadas tonight. So I'm going to try and keep up with the little cooking streams. You know what I mean? Some homemade, like traditional recipes, things that we make like all the time in my household.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. Yeah, we gotta do something. So there was some other stuff like other segments. What was your favorite like game or part?
My favorite game that we did, my favorite moment was the studio session. My favorite game that we did was the obstacle course, because I just kind of, you know what I mean, feel like I dogged that. It's hard when, look, all the other challenges were hard to win, right? But the obstacle course was one with the probability of 20 of winning. So I had a 1 out of 20 chance. Every other challenge, it was like 1 out of 15, 1 out of 10. You know what I mean? Your probability goes up. But that first challenge was the hardest challenge to win, because that was the least probability of you winning. You know what I mean? So to come out with the W on the first challenge was just kind of like, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to compete. I'm here to show like what I came to do. I came to like really fight for my spot. And I feel like that's what I did.
Nah, you killed that shit. I was like, okay, she is not playing. She is not playing.
I was nervous because like I don't play basketball. So I'm like, I know from here till the end, I got it. But when it comes to the layup, bro, if I miss that layup, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
Right, and that's really what everybody was messing up, because they wasn't necessarily making a layup. They was just trying to shoot or whatever the case may be. But it was the last time.
And my little brother is, it's like I cannot let my little brother down, because he will cook me for all of eternity if I miss this right now.
So speaking of the studio scene, I do have a clip from that. I just want to play, and we're just going to talk about the vibes in the studio. Let me pull that up real quick.
I got vibes on the line. 1 to 10, but he settled for a 9. Bad bitches, they just want a good time.
All these bitches big, you know I come in gigantic. Fuck a nonchalant, I need my man to be romantic. A vibe so raw, you know that shit is just organic. And he put my mind at ease, got my heart racing so frantic. Why when I pull up, bitches wanna call the popo. Was tryna bounce her face off the ground like a pogo. Up and down, make that bitch my yo-yo. Got him coming for my man, but I promise it's a no-no.
Hey.
Cooked.
Hey.
Yeah.
So now
that was the littest studio night out of the whole week. Like there was not another night that was that terrible.
Right. So he's doing studio sessions every single night, correct? Bringing different people in, and then your night, Rich the Kid is in there. Describe the scene for us. Just kind of walk us through the whole experience, how it came about.
Yeah, so I didn't know Like there was certain times when you're allowed in the studio, certain times when you're not allowed, depending on the guest, depending on,
Mm.
you know what I mean, safety, whatever the case may be. You had to have the okay to join in on the session. As soon as I heard like we're allowed in there, you know what I mean, I
Oh, yeah.
skedaddled. I'm right in the studio, front and center. Me, I was honored and just happy to be there. Getting on a song was nothing I ever expected. Just being able to watch somebody who I genuinely love their music. I genuinely listen to this every day. My daughter knows your songs. Like I play your songs on the regular. Being able to just watch you record a song was a privilege. I was just, you know what I mean? Rel, I don't know if he's Rich the Kid's manager or somebody on his team, kind of walked over to the girls and he was like, "Does any of y'all know how to rap?" And the
Right.
girls knew that I did, so they all looked at me and they're like, "We don't, but Vicky does." And I was like, "No, like
Yeah.
no." It was kind of being humble, like I can't do it. I can't do it. But he was like, "Nah, you getting on." When it was my turn to get in the chair, DDG kind of told me, he's like, "It's okay, Vicky, like just make a chant or something." And I looked at him, I'm like, "Nah, I'm finna put something on yours. Like, what do you like a little chant?" I was like, "Nah."
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it all the way. Right.
Yeah, I'm like, if we doing this right, I'm gonna put a little something. But after I recorded my verse, I did go up to DDG, I did go up to Rich the Kid. I'm like, "Look, I'm honored and I am extremely grateful that y'all even just let me play around. Y'all don't have to keep my verse on the song. Don't feel like y'all need to keep it or anything like that." And they had told me, they were like, "Nah, that shit is hard. That shit is fire." So
Nah, you can see in the clip, like as soon as they was playing it back, like you and DDG, y'all, rapping, and then everybody else is crowding
yeah.
around just vibing. Now that shit was a
I know, I
vibe.
don't think they had expected that from me at all, but it was like the first night that I sat in on one of DDG's studio sessions and I was listening to like what he was saying because I'm big on lyrics. I'm big. He made a line, and I think this is the song that he had made for Bubbles, but he said in his song, "Is she here for me or is she here for the promo?"
Mm.
And because he said that line, I did not go in, I did not say anything about my music. I did not wear my merch with my Instagram handle on it. I didn't go on the TV playing my own songs. I didn't sit there and I do music, I do music,
Yeah,
I do music. You know what I mean? I didn't go in there because I didn't want him to think, is she here for me or is she here for the
no,
promo?
that
You know what I mean? I wasn't there for the
I
promo.
think that is the best approach you could have taken, and just let everything come organically like it did. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have to
Right,
force
right.
saying I do music. It came to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now that
Oh yeah, it just kind of fell in my lap.
now that I'm thinking about it, you really like dominated a lot of the segments. Like the cooking, you won that basically, and then the physical challenge, you won that. You got to rap on the tracks. Like, that's your time to shine. Like that's dope. That is dope. Now just looking at it in hindsight, that's really dope.
Yeah.
That's really
And it's like a lot. Like I would read the chat and they're like, "Vicky looks confused. Vicky looks like she doesn't know what she's doing." Like with the cooking challenge, I slipped my finger and then I came back and I'm just kind of like standing around. They're like, "Vicky can't cook. Vicky don't know what she's doing." And it's like, I'm just letting my potatoes boil. Like
right.
what do you want me to do? I'm not touching stuff unnecessarily that I don't need to be touching. It's like before a lot of challenges, people like, "Vicky looks lost. Vicky looks like she's in her head." And it's like, I'm just the type of person where I'm so nervous whenever it comes up to the time to do something. But when it's time, like I'm gonna
Right.
go all out. You know what I mean? Calmly. I'll
Like
do
you
everything
said,
calmly.
you observe, you see what's going on before you do whatever you gotta do. So it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Just the chat's gonna be the chat. But I will say throughout that whole 7 days, I felt
Yeah,
like the chat was like rooting for you. Like you were one of the favorites.
they
You were
were.
one of the
So
favorites that they were like, rooting for. Oh,
right. I'm grateful for that.
so
Definitely am.
okay, so eliminations. What was the thing that got you eliminated? Like, what was the segment, or was it a game, or did they just choose, or was it a chat?
Um Well, we did the cooking challenge, and DDG said I won by point 0.5. So I won
Right.
that challenge, and then I don't know if they turned that challenge into elimination, but usually when we did a challenge, you want immunity in a date. So it's like I didn't win immunity in a date. I don't know if they just completely changed that whole thing into an elimination because his mom did
Yes.
eliminate
He
somebody
eliminates
right then and
the
there.
shot.
And then we did like yeah, but whenever it was explained to us, it was explained that this is a challenge, and usually when you win a challenge, you get an incentive, which that wasn't the case. And then we did the photo
Oh
shoot,
yeah.
and I felt like I did a great
Yeah.
job on the photo shoot. That was all the same day. And then DDG said that that day we just hadn't talked that much, so that's what he was eliminating me
But
for.
so they eliminated 3 people that day because I know Skytop went, and then India released didn't
Undertaker,
Brown Sugar.
Brown
Oh,
Sugar, and
Undertaker got deleted.
four
I
people
mean,
that day.
not deleted, but eliminated that round.
She got deleted.
My fault.
Deleted.
Damn, that's crazy.
Character
My fault.
gone.
My fault. My fault.
Character deleted.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Okay, so we gotta talk
Yeah.
about the elephant in the room. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is what everybody's talking about. India, as you know, she came on the show and she basically, she was bringing a character to the show. She brought the drama, she brought everything, or whatever the case may be. Now,
Mhm.
she said, now when the reunion came, you had some words for just about everything, I guess. Do you want to speak on that?
No comment.
Damn!
I'm kidding.
I do have a little clip
I'm
from
kidding.
that. Do you want to play the clip, then explain it, or
Yeah, you can. Yeah, no, I
okay,
don't feel like I
cool.
want to hear. I hate hearing myself talk, and I hate watching that
Now you
clip
good.
back. But here's the thing: I got eliminated. You know what I mean? And I'm a regular person. I'm not a content creator. I don't. I've never been. I've never done like Twitch. I don't talk in front of a camera. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm a
Right,
regular person in real life. And I got eliminated and I watched the clips back and I was just watching clips on TikTok, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, she's mean as fuck.
right,
You know what I mean? So out of pettiness, out of impulse, I reposted some, you know what I mean, just some petty shit. And I did not think that it was gonna explode into what
right,
it turned into. You know what I mean? And I didn't think that if they wouldn't have brought it up at the reunion, I wasn't even gonna speak on it because it was not that deep for me. It was just some petty shit. You know what I mean? Like it was never that deep for me that I felt like it needed to be a whole segment at the reunion. I did apologize because I didn't realize the age gap on what I reposted and I did immediately take that repost down, but damn, they was on it in like
the whole
1 minute.
world
Like I don't
watched.
know who was watching my page, bro. I'm telling you, it wasn't even up long whatsoever before they was fucking spamming it. And it was just like, I would never want to be. I, in the moment, was standing up for what I thought was right because I didn't know she
Right,
was playing a character. You know what I mean? So I did apologize to DDG because I'm like, damn, I didn't know she was playing a character. I've been saying this. I kind of thought that was her
right,
character. When I reposted what I reposted, I thought that was her character. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, she's like smiling in our face like she's low key like kind of mean, but that was just it was just like a miscommunication. I just really didn't
no,
know. So
no,
I
no,
would
no.
never
It's
want to be the reason. Yeah.
no, that and on a lot of reality shows and a lot of shows, that's usually what happens. The producers, they'll go up to an actor or a cast member and they'll be like, "Hey, act like this," or they already have
Mhm.
stuff set in place to where it seems like this.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to why you wouldn't know or the audience wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Yeah.
felt like
You know
they
what I
were
mean?
agreeing
So
with you and on your side, but as we saw, DDG kind of just let everybody know, like, no, that was a character. We told her that like
that
that,
was a
etc.
character. Right.
And
And it's also just kind of like I was standing up for what I believed in the moment. I was standing up for myself. You know what I mean? Cuz I don't know. I really don't know. And then I would never want to be the reason that it exploded into something I never wanted it to become. Like I never wanted it to be this big of a deal. It's a repost. It was never that deep for me. I would
right,
never be the one like the root or the cause of somebody receiving hate or like starting a hate train or I'm also receiving hate. You know what I mean? So it's just
right,
like I would never I could I'm not gonna ride the I hate train and use it for clout and use it for clips and clip this and make it all about that because I feel like I did a lot of good on the show
you
as
did.
well. You know what I mean? And it's just like I would never want to be the reason somebody is receiving that much hate. Like it's low key OD. You know what I mean? I'm receiving hate. I'm receiving like threats, like crazy stuff about my child. I would never want it to have came to that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not used to that lifestyle. I'm not used to the content. I'm not used to it's not something that I've been around. It's not something I've been experienced. I'm new to this. I'm still just trying to get into it. I'm
I
still
think
learning. You know what I mean? We all make mistakes. Like I'm
I
just
think it was just so, unlike other reality shows, dating shows, et cetera, they're edited. So this is live. So when we're seeing like India, for example, when she said like, I don't know, a loser comment or whatever that we're seeing it in real time. And we don't know that it's fake or whatever the case may
mhm.
be. So the audience is seeing this in real time, like, damn, can't believe she said that, or damn, she's acting like that, as y'all are reacting to it. So, we understand. We
Mhm.
understand, you gotta
Yeah. It's just kind of like I got my phone back. Like, oh hell no. You know what I mean? Just like it was just some. It was dumb.
it's,
Like
it's, it's all good.
yeah.
What I want to know is, so after you got eliminated, and I guess after that, someone said in the comments it was that specific thing you reposted that set them off. But like after that, what were the vibes? Like, were y'all distant? Did y'all talk at all after that? Did you get to talk to him about the situation or whatever? Not really.
Nothing.
Okay.
No.
We
I'm
can keep it moving.
cooked.
We gonna keep it moving, everybody. We gonna keep it moving. um, um,
Nothing. Nothing.
no, no, no.
I didn't get to like kind of explain where I was coming from, and it was like you get on stage and it's just like you kind of got slapped in the face with that question. I kind of blanked. I
Right.
didn't really know like I don't know. I apologize to him. I never wanted to disrespect him in any way. Like that's not what I came there to
Look,
do. I came there to compete. I came there to show what kind of person I am, and you know what I mean.
I don't think you disrespected him. I wouldn't call it that. I just think at the moment, like you said, you saw something and you were standing up for whatever you were standing up for. So you reacted and you did so. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. And you didn't even go like, you didn't do nothing disrespectful. Like, you did it in a very classy way. I'm not going to lie. Like, I
It
feel
was
like,
just like a little repost. I didn't think it was gonna like blow up, and I didn't even know the history on what I reposted. So whenever I read the comments, and I'm like, oh hell no, let me unrepost that. Like I didn't even peep. You know
right.
what I mean? I didn't even know. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy to see
It's in
just how I would never wanted to have came to all this.
It's in the past now. Okay. So would you do it again? Would you do a show? Would you do a show like this again?
Um, a dating show? Hell no.
No, not a dating show.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Unless it was a dating show for me,
For
because I
you,
came. Yeah, maybe if they
not
did a dating show for Lil Vicky, but nah,
any
I'm not
any
the type of
particular
person to.
reason?
I don't like to compete for men in real life. So just going
Mm,
and competing for a man was already out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? So
right.
I I would never. I don't compete like you know what I mean because I know I'm somebody gonna appreciate this one day. I'm just being patient. You know what I mean? I
For sure.
like
For
I
sure. For
wouldn't.
sure.
I just feel like I wouldn't say on no cocky shit that I'm the full package. But when it comes to like being a great mother, being a great wife, those are two life goals that I have: generational wealth, being a great mother, being a great wife. That's the three things that I want like to accomplish in my lifetime. So I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait on it. It'll come. There's a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish before I need to even be worrying about that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff I want to do, a lot of stuff that I want to get done now that after because of that experience I open my eyes to and I'm like, you know what I mean? There is a lot of stuff that I can do in my life up
Right.
until I reach that goal.
So now that the show is over, like, how are you going to take like you being on there, or the music and everything? Like, how are you going to use that to further your career, further your life, everything else that you're doing?
Um well, I'm trying to get into the Twitch
Yeah.
stuff. I'm still new to it. But we hit 4,500 followers. Last night we became an affiliate. We got like 90 subs in the first night, which I think is a
Yeah.
great start. A great start. Like I'm extremely grateful. And harder now, but all this has done is like light a fire under my ass. I'm not even
Right.
joking. Like I plan on being consistent. I plan on pushing my music. I plan on doing everything that I was doing before because I've been chasing my dreams like crazy. You know what I mean? I've been doing this, so it's like I got a little bit of recognition, and I feel like that was just the confidence booster that I needed to keep going and to not give up for real.
Nah, I mean, I agree. Like, it definitely seems like a fire is lit. And what'd you say? 450? What'd you say? 450? 500. Let's just say 500. 500 people followed you and you got 90 subs in the first night. That's lit. That's lit. Keep it going.
4,500 people.
Collabs, do some collabs, and just don't be afraid to, like, you know, be creative with it. You know what I'm saying? But stay consistent. Stay consistent. Any tips or anything I can help you with, definitely let me know. As far as on the technical side, or whatever it may be, for sure. Okay, is there any last?
We gotta get a PC.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get a PC. You know, but I mean the phone's just as good too for IRL stuff or whatever the case may be. What they said 500. Any last words you want to say to me, the audience watching? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I want to say real, recognize real. Double V's in the chat. Shout out to Lil Vicky. Thank you for having me on your show.
And then what is your Twitch handle, and give your other social media?
My Twitch handle is it's Vicky, OHHHITSVICKAYYYY. It's kind of long, but that's my handle across all platforms. So once you get that on one platform, you can find me on every other platform. It's the same. I know it's long, but like Lil Vicky was taken, so we got to go with what we got.
Right. Look, I think you did it.
A lot of people are saying they're having trouble finding me, but
nah, it's cool. Honestly, I had a great easy time following you. When I searched you, you came up, a lot of your posts came up over Lil Vicky's. You overtook her name. Cool. Basically. This is just the Vicky name, you know?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, look, it was a pleasure having you on my show. Like I said, this is a long awaited interview. I think you did a dope job on the show. I would love to see you in other shows, whether it's a dating show, whether it's just any type of show, just content. I feel like you'll be dope in. So, yeah.
I would do a game show. You know what I mean? Just maybe not a love show. I would be down for a game show.
Any music about to drop that we can be on the lookout for that you can talk about?
Yeah, we dropped last 3 days ago now. We dropped a single called Boom. You can find it on all platforms under Vicky. And then we did a studio session. We did a Nuck If You Buck sample. So we got that coming. If y'all want to watch the studio session, the video is on my Twitch. And then once a week we're gonna hit a studio session. I'm in the studio once a week. I might as well stream them,
for sure. Not a fire.
So
this is so fire. I'm happy for you, and once again, congrats. All your successes. We'll be looking for everything that's coming up.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I'm about to end the stream. Once again, thank you. Thank you, everybody that was in the chat talking. Yeah, the whole internet is on your side. So I don't want you to feel no type of way. Just like, get it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We out.